Hi everyone, it's Christy, the Semi-Crafty Librarian from Lucero Library. Doing a craft again today, so thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And if y'all have watched before, you know that I try to do things that require supplies that you probably already have around the house, that you don't need to go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff. I'm inspired a lot by things that I see on Pinterest and easy things, easy DIY stuff that I find on the internet. So today I came across these lovely little birdie pictures, little birdie art. And if you love birds, then this is the craft for you. And if you don't like birds, you can swap out maybe for something else, a different sort of animal. So I have my tray of supplies here. It's kind of a lot of stuff today. So you're going to want a pencil just to draw your pattern with. You maybe some colored markers. I've got an assortment of buttons and a couple of sequins just because I have sequins here at the library. Um, got some twigs, some little sticks. Got a piece of string, some cardboard. I used some different types of fabrics to cut out some different bird shapes. Some more buttons here, scissors, glue stick, a hot glue gun, and then for the background, you'll notice on the little birds, there's a printed sheet music and just a piece of magazine or newspaper that you can easily get. The sheet music, you could probably just get something off the internet that doesn't have a copyright on it, something super duper old. And then as far as like additional pieces of paper that I cut out from a magazine, I thought would be kind of cool for a background for one of your birds. So this little guy here, I glued on just a little piece of the string so you could hang him up. I think he'd look pretty cute just hanging up on a wall. If you did a bunch of these with maybe different types of birds, I think that would look really cute. This one, I thought, this little tiny one, it would be kind of fun to just put a magnet on it because we always need refrigerator magnets. So this one, with the buttons, I haven't attached it to anything yet. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So with a piece of cardboard, and this is like the thick cardboard. This is just the cardboard from an empty cereal box. So either or works. Let's use the one from the cereal box. So we're going to have to decide what background we want. So this is obviously looks like grass from a magazine, and I'll just play with it a little bit. I don't think I really like the grass. I actually found this from a magazine too. That was some trees and some sky, and I just think it's kind of busy. So I don't particularly like this, but again, crafts are all about what you choose to do. It's this lovely pink background that could potentially work. But again, I kind of don't love it. So I think I'm just going to use, again, this little piece of sheet music because I think that's so creative, and these are little songbirds, so I just think it's appropriate. You're going to glue your sheet music on your cardboard, and for this, you can use a glue stick. Hopefully I can get the lid off. There we go. Okay, so just use your glue stick. And so I got the little patterns for the birds off clip art. I mean, clip art is just a really great source, right, to find little animals and whatnot that you're going to use or need for patterns. So then just trim around the paper. And my cardboard isn't quite straight, so I'm just going to trim on the cardboard too. Now I used this cardboard from the empty cookie box, and this bird with the buttons is pretty heavy, so probably should have used the thicker cardboard for this, just so that it's a little more sturdy. But there you have your cardboard with your music notes, with your sheet music. And you put your little songbird on there. This is where you probably want to use some hot glue for this. These were just little craft twigs that I happen to have, but I mean, obviously you guys can go outside pick up little sticks and twigs from the yard, and you just put that little guy on the twig like that and glue it down, and then you can attach your string like that to make another little hanging. So why don't we go ahead and do that? I'm going to put some glue on my bird. I'm going to stick it down, and then I'm going to just put a little glue down here for the stick and just press it down. And you can use more than one stick if you want, whatever kind of sticks that you choose I think would look really cute. And then for the string, we'll just cut a piece however long you think you want it to hang. I'm going to cut it actually fairly short. And I'm just going to put a little glue, and glue the string down like that. Just tap it down. Don't forget to be careful with the hot glue. And then flip it over. And there you have another little birdie, little bird art. So today when I was getting ready, I thought this would be kind of actually cool. You could do like a bat for Halloween, or like a Halloween cat. So again, I got on clip art and just found some different cats, different bats that you could do. So I'm going to cut out this bat pattern. Super easy to do. You just follow the pattern, and if you copy and paste the clip art to a Word document, then you can actually size it. So if you want a little bigger or a little smaller, it's really easy to do. And if you're super artistic, obviously you can draw your own, but for me, it's just easier to get a pattern off of clip art because I can't draw super well. So it's takes less time for me to just find something that I like on clip art. So I'm going to cut this little bat out. And I think this is something that could be fairly easy for kids to do, just with a little assistance with a glue gun. And I actually don't think you necessarily have to have a glue gun. You could use your school glue. It just might take longer, obviously, for it to dry. So this little bat's pretty tiny, so I don't think I'm going to cut out a cardboard for him, but what I did with the birds was traced the pattern onto a little cardboard and made a little cardboard pattern of the bird. But I think I'll just use this little pattern, and I kind of accidentally trimmed too much off of his ears, and I know they're probably not actually really called ears, but I don't know what they're called, but the little things right there. Okay, so I thought it would be kind of fun to, maybe we'll use this little one. No, actually, let's use the bigger one. So I had a magazine that had an advertisement that was kind of like this dark, starry blue. So I thought it would be kind of cool, maybe, to do the starry blue paper. So I'm going to cut it out. Glue it on. And you can cut the paper before you glue it to the cardboard. I just think it's easier to trim around the paper than to cut the paper out the right size, because then you can just go like this. So we're going to trim it. Really easy. And I also thought that you could do the same basic concept, but if you wanted to make other sorts of holiday colors, so if you celebrate Christmas, maybe you'd use some Christmas colors, or you could use a background of Christmas paper. Okay, so that kind of looks like the night sky, so that actually turned out pretty cool. So let's back up and do what I just said I wasn't going to do, because we do need a little sturdier bat. So we're going to trace around the bat, because I thought it would be cool if you have black buttons to do this with black buttons. Definitely if you don't happen to have buttons, and the only reason I have these amazing black buttons is because of Mrs. Jessica, who brought them for me to use. But you could get creative with the black part of the bat, use different kind of paper. If you have some black material, I cut some birds out of just material that I have that I thought looked kind of cute too, so you could do the same thing with the bat. So you're going to cut the bat out, and I'm just going to show you, once I get it cut out, basically how to lay the buttons down. And you could even probably do a yellow moon. Maybe you could cut a moon, and the bat could be flying in front of the moon for like a Halloween decoration. I love these really easy craft ideas because you get to be super creative. I'll just show you the basic concept, and then you get to be as creative as you want. So you could actually just keep the bat like that, but we're going to put that bat there. Let's cut out a circle with this yellow paper. And I think our cardboard is pretty big. We could have used maybe a smaller piece of cardboard, but that's okay. And with the buttons, and you know, I kind of like these yellow, well actually these red balls, but they're too big. I was going to say you could use for eyeballs, but I think they're too big. So then you would just glue down your buttons onto your cardboard. So you find your tiny little buttons, and I've got one here. And for this bird, I had sequins that I put down at the bottom, and it kind of colored the cardboard a little bit so you didn't see it. Like, so for this, you'd probably want to color that cardboard black, and then you just glue your little buttons down until you have the outline of the bat all covered up. And I think making it maybe a little bit bigger, or if I had a little bit smaller buttons, that would work. So it's really easy. And once you fill it all in, it will look like our little songbird here. But, dump these back over here. You could also, where are my patterns? You could also do a cat. See, here's the bat here. You could do a cat. Thought would be kind of cool. I kind of like this bat here. So there's so many options. You could do the bat in the book from a book page, from a piece of felt, whatever you decide. And it wouldn't even have to be black. You could do different colors depending on what papers you have at home. So anyways, really easy project. I thought they were really cute, and I definitely thought if you made a few of them, you could hang them up together and have a cute little collage of little birdies. So I hope you like this. Probably going to do some more Halloween themed crafts coming up, so please come back. Stay tuned. I hope everybody's doing well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.